Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 23rd of November 2019, and we're going to reflect on Luke 20:27 to 40. Some Sadducees, those who say there is no resurrection, came to him and asked him a question. Teacher, Moses wrote for us that if a man's brother dies, leaving a wife but no children, the man shall marry the widow and raise up children for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers. The first married and died childless. Then the second and the third married her, and so in the same way all 7 died childless. Finally, the woman also died. In the resurrection, therefore, whose wife will the woman be? For the 7 had married her. Jesus said to them, those who belong to this age marry and are given in marriage. But those who are considered worthy of a place in that age and in the resurrection from the dead, neither marry nor are given in marriage. Indeed, they cannot die any more because they are like angels and are children of God, being children of the resurrection. And the fact that the dead are raised, Moses himself showed in the story about the bush, where he speaks of the Lord as the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Now he is God, not of the dead, but of the living, for to him all of them are alive. Then some of the scribes answered, Teacher, you have spoken well, for they no longer dared to ask him another question. The Gospel of the Lord. There was a guy I used to know in my younger days who had the most peculiar habit of getting argumentative about anything anybody said. If you said something was white, he would say it was black, even though he knew very well it was white. I soon realized it was a gambit he used to make conversation, and it was very effective because he could keep it going for hours. I didn't hang around him for too long because I thought he was really sad, you see? Now, there were Sadducees in Jesus' time as well. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. They also got into arguments that had no point or purpose. They came to Jesus one day with a hypothetical situation about a woman married to 7 brothers because each one died in turn, forcing the next brother to marry her. They did that kind of thing in those days. They said they wanted to know whose wife the woman would be in the resurrection. Their intention was clear. They just wanted to mock the whole doctrine of the resurrection. What was their problem with it? They saw the written Torah as the sole source of divine authority. The Torah are the first 5 books of the Old Testament. Since the resurrection didn't feature in it, they didn't hold it to be true. So they made up this bizarre case to show that the resurrection could not exist and confronted Jesus with it. Jesus told them that their basic premise was wrong. The next age was very different from this one, and marriage didn't exist in it. I've reflected upon this before, and you might want to watch that reflection for additional insights on this subject. What I would rather reflect upon today is how to deal with people who are sad, like the Sadducees and that guy I used to know who asked stupid questions about the faith. You know, the kind of clap the hands and ask, if that is the sound of 2 hands clapping, then what is the sound of 1 hand clapping? I have a very simple formula that I follow. If somebody asks a question with a desire for understanding, I will happily spend hours with him. But if a person is interested only in arguing or proving their own point, I don't waste my breath. I recall Jesus' words in the Gospel of Matthew where he said, do not give what is holy to dogs, and do not throw your pearls before swine. Matthew 7:6. And I say, Amen. God bless you.